Hello everyone, it is Wednesday, June the 25th. From the first reading, taken from the book of Genesis, chapter 15. But the word of the Lord came to me, this man shall not be your heir. No one but your very own issue shall be your heir. God still doesn't reveal everything. He's telling him enough. The Lord brought him outside and said, look toward heaven and count the stars. If you are able to count them, then the Lord said to him, so shall your descendants be. God reveals things to Abram, but he doesn't reveal everything. Why? Well, first of all, it's God's own decision. God has a reason for this, but speculation is God still requires faith of Abraham, as it will require the faith, and we'll see this later on, when Abraham's about to kill his son, God staves his hand because of the trust Abram puts in God. Abram is such a foundational character that it's necessary that he be tried, as we would say, on a high level, extremely high level, because he is the one who's going to be the example. He's going to be the father of many nations. So the Lord really does stretch him. He takes him right to the edge of the cliff. He doesn't push him over. And perhaps one could say he even requires him to walk on air, knowing that God will support him, type of thing. So Abram proves himself to be so faithful to the Lord. That's why you and I, Christian, Jew, doesn't matter, look to Abraham as a model of faith, as a human brother. Over to the Gospel, chapter 7. Jesus said to his disciples, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. You will know them by their fruits. How true. Don't believe something just because it's said to you or because it tickles your ears. St. Paul was saying in the latter days, men will want their ears tickled, people. Just whatever satisfies my sensuality or my curiosity. We have to grow up and, drill down and raise our hearts to heaven and open up our hearts and our ears and our eyes to what God is revealing to us. That at times will make us feel wonderful, but at other times will actually be very difficult, and yet there will be, if we pay attention, an interior sense of joy, precisely because it involves the cross. It involves going uphill against the grain, contrary to the stream of society. And pay attention to where that stream of society goes, to quality of life or into a rabbit hole, into nothing, into narcissism, anarchy, and so on, where the Lord always leads us to the truth, to the fullness of joy, even though it may be through difficult times. These are the things you and I need to pay attention to. So seek this always. Ask God to have a clear mind and an open heart to what He reveals to you. God bless you.